So I don't get it.
Man. All right, we are live, everyone. Welcome to another BRAP. This is podcast number 92. Man, we're getting close to 100.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
Wow, man.
100.
Check y'all out.
I know, right?
You've been there since I think the teens. I want to say.
Yeah, I think so, man.
I think. Yeah, I think. I remember it was just me and you. Yep. You know, just chilling. You know, so. B Money will be joining us here in a little bit, I think. I'm not sure John will be able to make it tonight. Hopefully he does. If he does, you will know because you will hear his patented introduction where he imitates the voice from Pyre. So, anyhow, we have a special guest with us tonight. We have J-Man from Press Start Podcast, and you do have your own YouTube channel too.
I do.
So, real quick, where can people find you on YouTube?
Oh man, first of all, I just want to thank y'all for inviting me over here. It's always great to, be acknowledged and recognized by people and peers that I respect. So, y'all can check me out on my YouTube channel, JMain518. JMAINE. Same with Twitter. I'm always active on Twitter and stuff, social media. So, across the board, it's JMain518. But yeah, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man. You're good people. I always like what you're doing out there on Twitter, on YouTube, Press Start Podcast. Good stuff, man.
Yeah. I really enjoy listening to Press Start. You guys crack me up. It's a lot of fun doing what you do. Yeah. And big shout out to everyone at Press Start. Big shout out to Kofi, by the way, who's been a guest on our show before, and I've been on Press Start. Kofi's a good dude.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I just I broke the news to him today that I'm not gonna be able to make the show tomorrow. So I was thinking to myself like, damn, I'm on BRAP today and I ain't even gonna be on Press Start. I'm coming over, guys. It's over.
Yeah, right. It happens. Though. It happens.
Yeah. So I was telling Eric, J-Man that you and B have been actually telling me to get him on for some time now. Mm-hmm. So we're glad that we're able to kind of coordinate and get everyone's schedules together and have them on. So real quick, guys, just want to mention something about the contest that we're doing. As many of you know, Chicken Spaghetti, who is just an overall good dude. He is doing Chicken's holiday giveaways. Picked a couple different podcasts to give away some game consoles, some video games, other things. And he actually picked our podcast, which we're very honored that he did and appreciative of the fact that he picked us to give away the PlayStation 4 console. But regarding that giveaway, I just want to remind everyone that the contest is only eligible for people who are U.S. residents. So I just want to remind everyone it is in the contest rules, but I'm seeing that people aren't reading the fine print. So just a reminder, it's for U.S. residents only.
Yeah, chicken claws doesn't go around the world.
Yes, yeah, chicken claws does not go around the world. Not yet. We're not big time like that just yet. Yeah. So. Anyhow, hey, what's up, everyone in the live chat? It's a pleasure seeing everyone. I see a relevant native. He is new here. What's going on? Good to see you. And Fox Mamba, she says, Nate brought her here. Yeah,
welcome.
And is it Chief Tony? I can never pronounce his name, Eric. You know what it is, right? Is it Chief Tommy?
Chief Tommy. Or Chief Tommy.
But I was gonna say Tommy or Tome.
Yeah,
I like Tome.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
yeah. He probably walks up to the ladies at the bar. What's up, girl? You can call me Chief Tome. Anyhow,
yeah, Chief's my dude, man. I like Chief. He cracks me up on Twitter, man. Like he goes in, holds nothing back. He keeps me.
Yeah. No, I definitely appreciate his opinions. We mostly agree, but sometimes we don't. And he brings the passion and the fire. So definitely appreciate him. We have Saltiest Gaming in the house. What's up, man? And actually, I I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I met myself, Jay Fonzarelli, Saltiest Gamer, and All Day Digital. We're actually getting ready to. Jay Fonzarelli actually invited me to be a co-host on his new podcast, which is Loot Chess Radio.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's not going to be a live podcast like what we do now. We're going to record probably on the weekends, and I think the podcast will drop like on iTunes and other like podcast apps like Monday. I think it's going to be Mondays, if I'm not mistaken. So I've been retweeting some of the information to Loot Chess Radio, so definitely check us out. Same thing like we do here at Rap. It's not going to be any of that fanboy nonsense. It's just going to be straight to the point, gaming talk, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. None of that fanboy nonsense, because the fanboy stuff's getting carried away. Especially now that we made it through Black Friday, and you guys,
where do we stand on that? I haven't really been keeping up. So, are people calling in sick because their tummies hurt right now? With post Black Friday information,
people are making up numbers.
Okay,
I mean,
it's a lot of reports. Like originally, I thought maybe the Switch was gonna win, and then I kind of switched my pitch. Like halfway through Black Friday, because I seen like the PS4 was gonna be $199 for like 10 days straight, but then I seen it was having like stock issues, and then it was like reports coming out about Xbox, Switch. It's all over the place right now. At this point, I can't call it, man. I'm probably gonna stick with the Switch, but I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox won.
Yeah,
my money was on Switch, to be honest. But I was in that same boat, Jay. I was like, I don't know, man. It's funny, the things that'll change your perspective. You kind of go, I have nothing to base this on. It's just the fact I was in Best Buy, and in the in-store pickup section, like the whole closet was full of like PS4s.
Yeah, that $199 price was like something special.
I was like, maybe I need to switch. Who else? And that's based on nothing. That's just one store,
Right. And GameStop, they was having the $50 off, with the $199 PS4. And every store I went to in the mall, it was out, So, but I can't not look at what the Xbox was doing with the $189 Xbox One, and that was doing well too. And then you couple that with what the X is doing as far as the month of November. So, MPDs is gonna be crazy.
Oh, I'm almost not looking forward to the MPDs because people are going to get upset.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the results are. The reality is people should be happy. This should be a time where, we're celebrating the fact that we have 3 consoles that are doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is what everyone, and I shouldn't say everyone. I think that's what a lot of people are missing. They're missing, losing sight of the fact that, the console industry is healthy. You guys remember 2012, right before the new consoles dropped, the console market was dying, mobile was going to take over, and here we are 4 years later, and look, Nintendo's back with a vengeance.
Yeah. Taking the world by storm with that Switch, man.
Now you say you're not looking forward to the NPD results. I am.
Me too.
I don't follow. I don't really care about the NPD, but I just want to see the reaction.
Yeah.
You're gonna grab your popcorn and just sit back.
Bro. Twitter, YouTube videos, podcasts. It's gonna be a wild show. Wild day.
Because the way I look at it, if you're in your feelings about where your preferred console landed or whatever the case may be, if you're in your feelings and that gets to you, that's glorious.
Yeah. See, all right, I agree with that, but there's a point to, being in my feelings about sales that as a gamer, I think everybody should be. Like, like we were just saying, all 3 consoles are performing really well. Right. We should all look at that and be proud. Now, if they were doing bad, we should look at that as a problem. Like, okay, this is our hobby that we love to do. So there's something wrong. We need to fix it. But like many of the people on Twitter, not many, but some of the people on Twitter and YouTube, they get so wrapped up into caring about, one platform and, it being in last place or it being the best that they lose sight of the bigger picture. And that is us being gamers and that we want all these platforms to do well because like they say, all boats rise with the tide. So
that's true words, man. That's straight up facts. Because we've seen what happens when a console maker thinks that they're on top.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
All three of them. So I don't know why people sit there and trip and say this one's better than that. No, they've all been dickheads at some point. You know, when they think they got it and they're winning, and then they drop the ball on the 1 yard line. We've seen it. You know, so yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We want to see everybody do well. Like me, I don't think it's cool. Like when someone comes in a little low and then everyone's like jumping in there, like, oh, they're done, they're dead. You don't want them to be dead.
Right? No, you don't.
You know, you want them to be competing and pushing each other. You know, but I will laugh at people in their feelings. I can't help it, man. It's just because I mean, there's so much to like enjoy about gaming, and gaming's supposed to be escapism from the realities of life that we have to all deal with.
Yeah, let's wait. E, let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about the realities of life, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this real quick. Gaming, as you said, is supposed to be a form of entertainment, a way to escape from those things in life that stress us out, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, none of this stuff in the grand scheme of things is that important to the point where people need to, call people idiots, curse people out, Photoshop people.
Oh, right.
Use racial undertones. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just not. That's not what gaming's about. It's never been about that. Right. I mean, with so much crazy shit in the world that's going on right now. I mean, look. Another man bit the dust today.
Oh, with the allegations and stuff.
No, Matt Lauer got fired. I mean, and come to find out, the dude was just nasty.
Man,
I'm telling you, let me tell you, the male species is catching L's big time right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, these dudes, man. Hey, it's bound to happen, man. Mm-hmm. This is an era where people who got social media, so we have our platforms and. If you got some dirt that's in the closet, it's bound to come out.
Yeah.
I said, I'm afraid to like ever run for office because some middle school girl's gonna come out and say he grabbed my booty on the playground. It's crazy, man. It's like, but it seems like actors or like Hollywood people are falling left and right, but the politicians are straight.
Yeah. And the politicians are calling people out like they like clean. Like, all right.
I honestly, man, men are just dirt balls. I mean, that's who I think, and I'm a guy, and I'm going to say it, but they're dirt balls, and I don't think that I don't think this is going to be the end of it. And it's even impacted people in the gaming industry.
Yeah. I've seen a few where, even like reporters and journalists have come out talking about developers. We all heard about the Naughty Dog situation and
IGN,
IGN.
Polygon,
NeoGAF, forums.
Yeah.
So
it shows you, man. Like you said, men are dickheads, but then also when you give them some power on top of it, you know what I'm saying? Like some of these like the actors or people in high like media positions and things like that. Yeah. It's like out of control, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Weinstein still has people coming out.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be like a year-long type thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Because he's been in the business for such a long time. But
yeah, I mean, crossover into gaming, and that's crazy too, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's and I only bring this up because just to highlight that there's other things out there that are a little more serious, that really impact people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't one of them. I mean, some of the stuff that I've heard over. I mean, I've listened to people make up fake numbers.
Oh man.
and I'm just like, and it's crazy. Like either they're misinformed or they're uninformed, and just the stuff that I've been listening to, it's like, whoa, like where are you getting this stuff from? Like, I heard someone say the other day they were talking about I don't know. There's that whole argument out there that Xbox doesn't have any games. Now, we all know, the folks that are rational know that when people are saying that, they're not saying that literally the Xbox doesn't have any games, because clearly it does, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great third-party support.
Great games over there.
What's that?
I said it has great games over there. If you got an Xbox, I can give you a list of games that you should be playing.
Yeah, great indie support. But what they're referring to is the lack of new first-party IP AAA, and some of the struggles that Microsoft's had more recently with the release of, first-party titles, and some of the games that have been canceled that were supposed to be new AAA franchises. So, that's what they mean. But, I always hear that argument, and then I've heard the other argument. Well, exclusives don't matter. Look at Uncharted. Like, it didn't sell. Well, it sold 9 million. And the PlayStation 4 base is 65. That sucks, man.
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot too. With the user base being compared to how many units a game is selling. And that's kind of foolish because not everybody on the user base is gonna like every game. So it goes for all platforms. You like, whether it's Steam, Xbox, Switch. I mean, Switch is a little different too because a lot of the games on there are like Nintendo exclusive, and people usually buy that up when they're on Nintendo. So it's usually closer to the user base. But when you got 65 million, you're never gonna get 65 million sales on any one game. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
No, you're not, and it highlights the fact that when I heard this argument, I'm like, okay, the people that are saying this are just misinformed. They don't know what they're talking about because if you look at from a profitability standpoint, that game is profitable. It's made money, right? Games that are in the high single digits to low double digits in terms of percentage of install base are by industry standards as exclusives considered successful. And I know that because I've had industry people tell me this. Right. So it just, there's just a lot of bad information that goes out there. And the only thing I would say, like, if you're gonna put that information out there, like at least like do your homework so you can speak intelligently about the industry.
Right. Like I was saying earlier, it's enough information out here if we just want to look to see. There's developers talking all day. I think even like Guerrilla Games talked about how much it took them to make Horizon. If you want to compare like what its sales are at versus how much it cost them to make. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but I think they were saying I can't remember the numbers, but if you want to look it up, more power to you. Just do your search.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, do your homework. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me, like how how misinformed a lot of people are. Especially when they when they say the no games thing, or when they use the install base or the number of copies that Uncharted 4 sold versus the install base. Like you said, that game's not going to appeal to everyone, and we got to remember the majority, the largest demographic of gamers, they're not buying Uncharted 4, they're buying Call of Duty.
Yep.
If you look at Call of Duty, World War II is like the biggest Call of Duty in years.
Right. But in between time, you pick up Uncharted. It's like you have the best of both worlds.
Right. Exactly.
I think I was listening to an interview too, and they were saying like the thing with exclusives is like they know people are buying most of these platforms for multiplats, but one of the jobs for exclusives is to get people like that are buying the systems for the multiplats to stay when they see the exclusives in the lineup that they have. So for instance, you buy a Xbox One for Halo. I mean, not for Halo, for Call of Duty, but then you see that they have Halo over there. So, okay, let me check Halo out. Oh, then you see they have Gears. All right, so maybe I'll stick around. You know what I'm saying? Then you're buying more and more games on that platform in that ecosystem.
Right.
That's 100% true. I mean, look at when I bought PlayStation. I remember I bought I think it was one of the first games that I played was, what was the football game? They didn't have Madden at the time.
Oh, like was it Blitz?
NFL. It was 989 Sports. I remember that.
And it was a football game, you said?
Yeah, it was. What the hell was it? It wasn't NFL Fever. That was Xbox.
It wasn't Blitz, you said?
No, it wasn't Blitz. It was. Hold on a sec here. NFL Game Day.
Oh, Game Day. Oh, my God. I remember Game Day. Jeez.
Yeah, Game Day.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So I think Game Day was like the one game that got me hooked on the PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, whoa, look at this! Like look at the graphics, right?
Yeah, that was 989 Sports, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and the helmets coming out, like the stadium, the music, and everything. I'm like, whoa, coming from, coming from, I forget what platform I was on at the time, but then like Final Fantasy came out, and we talked about exclusives.
Oh man,
Jesus, man, I was like, the first time I saw Final Fantasy 7. Oh my god, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here.
So where do you stand on the remake that we are still patiently waiting for?
Oh my god, when does that ever come?
You know what? I'm okay. I can wait. Look. Let's just keep 2017 is the best year in gaming ever, in my opinion.
Oh, it's a great year. One of the best for me. I have to admit that.
Yeah, like my backlog is real.
I'm actually just now getting to Persona 5. That's how great this year has been.
Good game, by the way.
Yeah. I had my first Persona game was 4, but I played the Vita version.
Yep.
And that, I mean, I was at work playing. I was almost getting fired because I'm on the clock playing Persona 4 Gold, and that's how hooked I was in that game. The game was just great. So I already know, Persona 5. I just actually restarted it today, and I lost time. I was playing it. It felt like 20 minutes went by. I checked my game time. I had like 2 more hours played. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I wish it was portable.
Yeah, right. That's like one of those games that it was portable. It'd be amazing.
For real.
Yeah, I just picked it up again. I had bought it when it first came out, and then I don't remember when that GameStop flip was going on. That had like a high value on it, so I traded it in. So I knew Black Friday I was gonna cop it again, but yeah, but it's on the pile. It's the mile high pile of backlog, and 2018 doesn't look to be slowing up at all.
No, I think it's gonna start like this year, where we get a lot of the Japanese titles and some Sony first parties early, and then it's just gonna keep going from there.
Yep. So,
man. No, I agree.
This year was just insane, man. It was like a nonstop barrage. And then you kind of sit there and think like, all right, so next month I should be able to like catch up, and then it's like, oh, well, but I forgot 6 games are dropping this month. At least 3 of them I want. So
I mean, we really didn't even get a break in the summertime either.
Nope.
I mean, they just. It was. I'm still backlogged. I can't. I'm not buying any more games.
I say that every day, especially with like I'm on PC as well. So I look on Steam. I look on these websites with sales for PC games, and I'm just buying games I know I'm like never going to play. It's just like, it's crazy. They had a Steam sale going on, and I think I picked up like 3 games. I'm just like, am I ever going to play these? Because I look at my Steam backlog as like, it's so many other games I want to get to before I even think about touching that one. And then you throw on PlayStation and Switch, it's like, oh Lord.
Yeah, it's nonstop, man.
Yeah, no, it is. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about was, what everybody got for Black Friday, or how everyone made out. Jay, man, it sounds like you made out with the Steam sales.
I got a couple games on. Hold on? Let me look at my list really quick.
He's got a list, E.
Oh, it's not that long, but yeah, I got a couple games.
Let me get my ledger out. Hold on.
No, man, I was making notes, man. Like who's gonna have what for what price, and So yeah, that was real, man.
Yeah, because I went into it like we were just talking about, not trying to pick up much, but I did end up getting. I got Persona 5. I said I had started it earlier. I had rented it from the library. I have a dope ass library, man. They got like
wait, they got Persona 5 at the library?
Yes, they have Persona 5, Nier Automata. Any give a game 2 weeks and they'll have it at my library.
That's what's up, man.
I need to call my local library to figure out they're like renting games.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not even like my closest library. Where I work, it's more like the rich part of my city. So the library over there gets the games. It's like the only library in my city that has games. So when I walked in and I saw the game selection, I'm like, what the hell is this?
For real, man.
But yeah, my list, I had picked up Nier Automata on PC. I actually picked up Metal Gear Rising as well. That was on sale for like $4. I never played that. I got Persona 5, like I said, and Kingdom Hearts, the 1.5, 2.5. So I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts again for the 10th time. And I got a new DualShock 4, the crystal clear one. I picked that up. Wow.
Yeah, I think Money picked that up too.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I love like clear things. Ever since like the N64, I'm dying for them to make like clear Joy-Cons for affordable prices. You can get them on eBay, but they're like $1.50.
Yeah, I'm hoping Nintendo takes a look at that and see, that's something that would be hot.
Yeah, they got so many like classic consoles that they can make, Joy-Con themes out of.
And clean up. It would clean up, man, for real.
But yeah, that was my list. Short, but I got a couple things.
Nice. All right. What about you, E?
Yeah, I did. I went in on some things, man. Like Jay, man, I went in. I picked up. I got the DualShock, but I got the red translucent.
Nice.
Because back in the day, I always got I think for the Dreamcast, I think for PS1 and PS2, I always got like the crystal blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember having like the green translucent, I think it was for the N64.
Nice.
I think it was. So I said, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go completely the opposite. And I was thinking about the crystal one, but then I said, well, I got the white one that came with the PS4 Pro, the Destiny bundle. So I said, let me get this red one. So the red was pretty nice. I got that gray-green colorway Xbox controller.
That one's dope.
Yeah, man. I said, not that I needed another Xbox controller, but I said, that one, I said, if it was on sale, I'm copping it. Yeah, I just like that colorway. Yeah.
Hey, say what you want about the games. Xbox dropping this year. Them controllers this year, fire. I picked up that Recon Tech controller with the nice grips on it, man. It's probably my favorite controller now. And I was hating on the Xbox One controller, but that Recon one is nice.
Yeah, and I definitely over the year kind of went in on them like, more controllers, but yeah, some of
nice, man.
Some of the ones they release they're definitely nice, man. So I copped that one. I still one of these days I want to do the design lab.
Mm-hmm.
Put them together, but but those joints can add up. They can add up quick.
Definitely.
Yeah, I looked at the design labs, like you said, they do add up, and it's like it gets to a point where it's almost like, do I do this or I just go and get the Elite controller?
Mm-hmm. I told you, man, I have the Elite, and I typically I think I prefer like the standard controllers better than the Elite.
You get big hands. That's why.
Well, I mean, they're all the same size.
I actually just checked out the Elite the other day. I was at Best Buy. They had it on display, and I didn't know it had the Recon controller had like those grips on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't know they had that on there, but I wasn't about to spend $150 on the controller at the time. I know it's cheaper now, but it was
because all the newer controllers they added the grip to, because I go back now because I have a Master Chief controller and it feels weird holding it because it doesn't have any of the grip on it.
Yeah, PlayStation got to get on that. I need
Oh, what's that? What was that?
Controller vibrating.
Oh my goodness! I thought somebody was passing gas. I was like, what's going on?
I'm running a test right now. Wolfenstein 2, man.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, with the screen stuff, the red and green.
Yeah. I see it. It's still showing up on the Xbox One X, but not on the PS4.
I haven't seen it, man. I haven't seen it. I tried it. Or I didn't try it. When I played it the other day, I didn't notice it. I'm gonna go back and check it out.
Yeah, it's jarring, man. Like you look at it, you're like, what's going on with this thing?
What is going on? B Money, what's up, man?
Yo, B.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What up,
man? Trying to get my little one to sleep. So.
No worries, man.
Here, man.
Yeah. Those battles can be real.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
That can be an intense battle, more intense than any Crucible match for sure.
Yeah, man. For real.
Yeah. So E, what else did you make out with, man?
I picked up Assassin's Creed Origins for the good old Xbox. Tekken 7. A lot of the games I had to replace because I had them, but then, like I said, when we did the GameStop flip, for the credits and stuff, I ended up, throwing them in and said, I'll replace them on Black Friday. So I grabbed Tekken 7, Kingdom Hearts, 1.5, Persona 5, Yakuza Kiwami, Injustice 2, which was like, it was It was $14 at GameStop, but that went fast. Like I went to like 2 GameStops trying to cop it, but they were like, "No, that's gone, man." I think even people that didn't really care about it just was like $14. All right, I'm in.
Right.
So, but it turns out Toys R Us had it for like 20, and I had like a $5 off coupon, so I was still able to cop that.
There you go.
And then in the Xbox Live sale, I got picked up Wolfenstein 2 over there. I played it on the PS4 Pro already, but I wanted to see how it was running on the X, and I already told you guys kind of what I'm seeing on that. So hopefully they'll be patching that or fixing it. Yeah, and I picked up Metal Gear Rising and Fable Anniversary and a couple other titles in there. I'm drawing a blank right now, but yeah.
You made out, dang.
Yeah, man.
My little 4 games, he gave the whole Christmas list. Jeez.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny too. Jay said like, man, I ain't going out to buy that much, man. I've got too many games to play, and then that fever hit.
Same here. I was at the mall, like, I was with my fiance. She wanted to buy some stuff in the mall. I'm like, I don't even want to go because I don't want to buy nothing. But I know once you in there, you get wrapped up in the whole vibe.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
That's how I ended up with the DualShock 4. I'm like, man, usually I don't buy a controller until I break it.
Right.
Shout out to Nino and Bloodborne. But I'm like, damn, that
controller.
Like, yeah, they got me.
Yep. I feel you, man. So yeah, so that was about it. Oh, and then I told you guys for the birthday, wifey and mom hooked me up with the 4K TCL.
So, almost pulled the trigger on that too.
Bro, TCL is probably cleaned up on Black Friday, man.
Oh
yeah, I think so.
One of the best affordable TVs on the market this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm digging it, man. It's a beautiful picture. Definitely for the money. Reviews are really good, so yeah, I recommend it.
Oh, were you on 4K before you got that?
Nah. This is the first one.
First time. See, I haven't yet to experience 4K HDR, in my home setting. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same here. I figured this was a good way to go in. I said next year I'm gonna look at an OLED, and from what I hear, TCL will be doing some OLEDs, right?
Really? Yeah, man. Yeah, 2018 they'll have OLEDs too. So.
Oh, TCL coming up, okay.
Yeah.
TCL making a name.
Tell me that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, get ready, man. Go ahead and start.
Yeah,
start
man.
Writing.
Put a couple coins in that piggy bank, man.
Got to.
You'll be ready.
4K upgrade next year is definitely happening.
Yeah, man.
Jeez, I don't know. See.
You already sound like, man, I can't go back. I can't go back in the office with that one.
Nope. Gonna be like Martin with the Hashitashi.
You gotta tell us this is for important show research.
Yeah, right.
Brad has to stay on top of stuff.
Yeah. What about you, B? How did you fare this Black Friday, man?
Oh man, I think I spent way too much money, man. I was debating on getting the OLED. I was going back and forth, because they had dropped the B7 down to like $14.99.
Oh wow!
And then, so I was at Best Buy, with the wife or whatever, and looking at the TV, and I was like, all right, well, let me see what the total is. So it was just under 1,700. I was like, oh, 1,700 for a TV. I don't know if I could do that. So we went back and looked at the 900E, the Sony 900E. And I ended up selling it for that one because it was on sale for like $9.98. So I ended up picking up that. And then I got the Crystal DualShock 4 from GameStop.
Same here.
That's like the perfect match to like the Destiny PS4 Pro. That thing looks beautiful next to it. So I had to pick that up. I got Dragon Ball Z or Xenoverse 2 for the Switch. Rayman Legends for the Switch, and then Mario's Plus Rabbids for the Switch. And then I ended up getting Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, PS4.
I think everybody got that game.
Yeah,
man. I couldn't pass up on that, man.
I went to try to buy it. It was sold out. Like, us 3 got it. Yeah, it was a good deal.
Yeah.
I got the steelbook of Yakuza Kiwami.
That steelbook is nice, man.
Yeah, man. And then I picked up GT Sport on Cyber Monday because they ended up having it for like half off. So I
nice.
picked that up, and then I got Destiny 2 for Xbox One. So I got that, and then just a couple other things I picked up on the sale on both PlayStation and Xbox. So, but I feel like I spent too much money coming out of the weekend because I still had to go Christmas shopping for the kids and whatnot. So, man, my pockets was hurting. You know what I mean? I looked up on Tuesday. I'm like, damn, I spent way too much money, but you know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, log into that bank account, you're like,
Looks a little light.
Yeah, man. But you know, all in all, I think I had a successful Black Friday weekend, man. Lots of great deals out there, so I had to take advantage of them.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, B.
Yeah, there were a lot of good deals out there, man.
And let me tell you something. I avoided most of them.
Yeah, man. We know how you do, man.
Yeah, you guys. I purposely wasn't on Twitter. If you guys noticed.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I don't know how you avoided them.
I know, man.
If I would have been on Twitter, like B and E would have been like, "Oh yeah, man, Enrique, get that Bob one.
Nah,
man,
it wasn't even free. It wasn't even us, man. Wario was like lining it up.
I was just about to say. I made the mistake to subscribe to his tweets, so every like 2 minutes I was getting notifications about deals. I was like, nah, I had to unsubscribe. I'm like, dog, I'm out. I love you.
Dude, every time I was in, like Wario was like, all right, this is here. It's like it's live. Go. I'm like,
Yeah, he had a couple of price glitches in there too, man. I ended up getting that Life is Strange.
Oh, me too. I forgot to add that. Life is Strange.
I missed out on that one, man. I got in too late.
Yeah, man. I gotta keep him on lock, man, because when those price glitches come up, you gotta stash those up quick, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jeez, man. I like I said, I didn't cash in any of those deals. I got here's what I got Black Friday. The TCL TV, the 4K TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, upgraded there. I gotta say though, for the price point, it's a good TV. Like if you're going to go budget on a 4K TV, this is the TV to get.
Were they on sale Black Friday, or they were just normal price?
No, they were normal price, but
it's good. It's a good normal price.
Yeah, I know it is. I can tell you the contrast levels or the contrast ratio on this TV. The black levels are pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, a lot of people were running out and they were getting that Samsung 6300.
Yeah,
it was on sale. But if you compare that TV to what the TCL offers, you're gonna get a better experience with the TCL. You know what I mean? So you just got to look at what you're going to use the TV for and how it's going to benefit you. And I thought the TCL was just one of the better options that were out there.
Yeah, I like the Roku app, and the different features that it has.
It works really well. It's like seamless. It works really well.
Yeah, like it's you don't have to like search to find 4K or HDR content or content in Dolby Vision. I mean, it's all right there.
Mm-hmm. And the phone app works really well with it.
I haven't tried the phone app yet. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah. I have no complaints about it, man. You almost kind of say, how did they get all this in this one price point, man?
Hey, man, they're doing them backdoor deals, man. Somebody getting paid off somewhere.
Yeah.
That used to be Vizio, man.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get into the game, so
it was Vizio. It was, but I mean, this thing is 4K HDR. It does HDR10 and what's it called?
And Dolby Vision.
Dolby Vision.
Yeah. It's got Dolby Audio.
Yep.
That's what it had me hesitant at first. Like y'all was saying, like, how they get this for this?
Right.
Everybody talks good about it, so I'm like, it got to be the real deal.
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to figure. Like, how do they like get all this technology? I mean, obviously, it's not going to look good as an OLED,
Right.
But it's also what, like, a third of the price of it or something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, I was surprised. I mean, I kept telling Eric, I'm like, man, the contrast, the black levels. I mean, I'm impressed for how much how much his TV costs and what you get for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Assassin's Creed. Oh my goodness, I do have Assassin's Creed story though. So like Jamin, I wasn't like overly impressed initially
with the game.
Well, yeah, because I was like, oh, this is it 4K HDR. Like, it looks okay.
Gotcha.
Then I realized that I had a sometimes with some of the games, you actually have to go and close out the game on the Xbox dashboard for HDR to kick in. So I had to do that. But then with Assassin's Creed, there's actually they actually have a HDR setting,
right,
in game that you can kind of tweak, play around with to adjust the HDR.
Yeah, I was doing that yesterday.
Yeah, and I adjusted. It looks so much better. I'm like, oof. Yeah, so it looks good. It's good. I can't complain. I'm happy. So I think I made out okay, despite not getting all those games on. Oh, actually, I did get one game. I got Dishonored 2.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, I couldn't pass that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the games that I initially bought. That I ended up doing the flip with the GameStop.
Mm. Oh, you know what? That's another one that I picked up too in the Xbox Live sale because they had the Death of the Insider DLC with it for I think $30. You get Dishonored 2 and that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cop that. Yeah. So, and B, I don't know if you heard, when you came in, that issue that I was seeing on the X with Wolfenstein 2, the red and green lines. Not seeing it on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know what's going on there.
You see it on the Pro?
Yeah, brought it up.
No, I don't see it on the Pro.
I didn't see it at all on the Pro.
Yeah.
I only have Wolfenstein on the PS4. But I didn't see any issue with it on the Pro.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with the X version. Yeah. And it's a thing because, I showed you guys that Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a patch, they can fix it or whatever. So, because it's definitely jarring. Like, you notice it. It's not something that you can go, oh, okay, I get past it. Like, it's there. Like, you see it. Flickering on and off. So,
yeah.
Nels Cody keeps talking about PSVR. By the way, what's up with that? Have you guys? I know that it made. Did Sony make like $500 million or something off that?
Yeah, they killed it over the Black Friday weekend with PSVR.
Yeah, it was at a good price. I mean, the base model, I think, without the camera was, I think, going for like $199, and then they had like a couple bundles for like $299. So I think it was at its like sweet spot this holiday season.
Right.
And they keep supporting it with the games. I want to get one, but I'm nervous because I get motion sickness.
Right.
I get motion sickness, so I mean, I could always take it back, but I don't want to take it back. Like, I want to get PSVR because I know I'm gonna like it. But if my body doesn't agree with it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was definitely gonna pick one up over the weekend, man. I couldn't, jump in at the $300 price because I wanted the newer version that has that HDR pass through.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully, if they keep that price consistent, leading into Christmas, I'll probably pick one up.
How much was it again? $299.
$299, I think.
Yeah, $299. The newer version. That was all
with Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah, Gran Turismo. It's in the Skyrim bundle, and there's another one I think that had the newer version in there.
That's actually not bad.
No, it was doing well.
Version 2.
Yeah.
Oh, a Doom VR game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I admit, man, I wasn't considering it, about a year ago, and now seeing how much the support is there for it, and like people who actually legit trust, who have it, enjoying it. I'm kind of like,
It's because Sony's never really supported their peripherals.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, they don't have the best track record there.
Right. I couldn't blame people who were skeptical about it.
Nope, that was a legit concern.
Yeah.
But that's why I was kind of laughing at what was the Tokyo game show when people were bitching that they were showing VR.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it's like all you people kept saying was they're not going to support it, they're going to drop it. Sony never supports. And it's every show they've shown you VR games. It's they're showing you that they're supporting it, and people are bitching.
What people want is they don't want to see VR at the shows, but they want them to support it at the same time.
Right.
I doubt get the message out if they're not showing it at their shows.
Yeah, exactly. We all know it doesn't demo well, but you got to show it some way, let you know, hey, these games are there.
I've actually. I remember at E3 they called some criticism because they weren't showing enough indie. They were showing more VR. I'm like, hey, they got it. I'm okay if they show more VR because it's showing me that they're supporting their product, and that I'm not going to pick up VR anytime soon. I'm waiting for the price to come down. But if they keep supporting it and the price drops, I may pick one up.
Right. It's for those people who are like on the fence. Like, all right, I see the price might not be where I want it, but I see that they're supporting games. So maybe that one day you're just like, what the hell?
Right.
Just go ahead and drop the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping an eye out for it maybe next year or something, Yeah.
I was gonna crack a joke, but it's probably too early and inappropriate. I'll say this much: it has something to do with VR and a certain individual who was fired from NBC. I'll just leave it with that.
All right, I already know where that was going.
Yeah, but then in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's too early for that. It's too early.
I don't know, man. There's so many allegations out there now. I don't know if it's too early for anything. You can say whatever you want now. Because by tomorrow morning, there'll be 4 more allegations from somebody else, probably.
But listen to this, man. The dude had a lock button under his desk to lock his office, man. Come on.
Jesus.
Bro.
I didn't read the details. So what
is wrong with people?
You try to get up and leave, you lock the door. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Nah, you ain't leaving. Click.
Oh my God, dude.
What is wrong? Like what? Like I just in my mind, I'm thinking like, what part of that sounds like a good idea?
When you got money and you in a powerful position, everything sounds good. And everybody around you is yes men and women.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna say anything to you.
And bro, how shady do you have to be that getting up to lock the door is not fast enough?
That should tell
you.
You got to build a lock button on your desk. That while it's getting installed, you need to double think. Like, hold on, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, right.
Why do I have a lock button under my door?
And the person that installed is like, stay away from Matt Lauer, yo.
Right?
Yeah, right.
He probably YouTube that shit himself.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
That is crazy, man.
Hey, big shout out to Jay Fonzarelli live chat. What's up, Jay Fonzarelli? Jay says he cannot do VR. Gives him motion sickness. He tried it for a couple of minutes and it fucked him up.
That's a big concern, but
you'll be okay, man. You'll be okay. You start feeling sick, just take it off.
Yeah.
Said power through it.
Some people are saying, just do it in small doses. Like if I could do it and do it in small sessions and then eventually get used to it, that would be awesome.
Mm.
You know what I would love to play?
In VR?
Resident Evil in VR.
Oh my God. I was almost gonna buy one the day Resident Evil came out. And I love that game, by the way. That's like one of my favorite games this year.
Oh, great game.
Resident Evil, yeah.
Awesome might have to wear some Depends though. I'm not gonna even lie.
I was at a buddy's house and we were just hanging out and I'm like, oh my God, dude, this game I want to play it in VR. And everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm the only one in the room that's excited to play in VR. Like I love getting scared. It's my favorite. So
can you imagine playing Resident? Oh my God. Hey B, are you watching Indiana Duke, man?
Nah, man.
You gotta turn it on, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, you can't be in the middle of talking about horror.
Yeah, I was like, remember last year B was watching the World Series? The Indians?
Yeah, man.
Going crazy in here.
Oh, B was like yelling at the mic, come on. Yeah. No, but I was gonna say, like, can you imagine playing Resident Evil 7 in VR in Matt Lauer's office?
Oh shit.
Nah, man.
I don't even want to picture that.
Nah.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too early for the Matt Lauer jokes.
Yo, they said they let that dude know before bedtime last night.
What?
He said he found out like late last night that they were firing him.
Before he went to bed?
Yeah. It's like,
they had to make sure his ass is out of the building, man. Is he married?
I think so.
Oh, man, I feel bad for his wife, man.
Make sure he didn't come to work the next day.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They usually do that on a Friday. Like, they let you get to your desk and then say, can you come talk to us for a minute?
I just can't believe it.
Go bag your boxes on your desk. Packed up.
Yeah.
My button underneath. Like, all right.
Where's my button?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think it's up on those details, but they said he assaulted had like enough evidence for them to be like, yeah, we gotta let him go.
It was,
So
dude. It's dude. He had shown he's shown his junk to some people that he worked with. Yeah, he had sent some toys and explicit letters to someone.
Damn.
This dude is. I mean,
man, I told you last week, man. These dudes is creeps.
Yeah,
but B, this is my thing. Like, what about that sounds like a good idea? Nothing in my mind. Nothing in my mind said, "Hey, you know what? Walk into your office tomorrow, pull your pants down." I mean, like, what? How does that sound like a good idea? I don't get it.
The dudes is creeps.
Yeah, man.
It's the power thing. You're right. It's like they know. Somebody was saying too, an undisclosed source was saying that like this, like a lot of people knew this about him, but they always like
just ignored it. Put it back in their mind.
They say, "Oh, that's just him." Like, yeah, I hear that a lot.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
That's just but that's crazy. That's just how he is.
No,
no, man. That ain't flying no more, man. People like, oh, wait a minute. He did grab my titty. Put him out there.
Yeah, that's just what I appreciate the most, about, people actually standing up and saying something, is that hopefully they'll change the culture everywhere, just sexual allegations, period. Like we was talking about even in the gaming community. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. So
Jay Fonzarelli says he's just a pervert. Yeah, I mean, Jay, he's a pervert. I mean, like, there's no arguing that point, but I just don't. I don't understand how any of that sounds like a good idea.
It doesn't.
More and more of them are being exposed each day.
Hell, one of them is a president.
I would say he had the nerve to tweet about how he was shocked about what this dude was doing. I'm like, you forget about the allegations against you and what you said on camera.
That dude is
grabbing women.
Right.
Yeah. But that dude.
But he got elected president. No, man. Crazy.
Dude, now you got that Moore dude. That Moore dude might get elected for state senate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything, but I'll have to say it offline. But anyhow, so another news, Bungie. So they actually postponed the release of the new DLC, the Trials of Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, did they? They actually push it back?
No, I'm sorry. They actually canceled the. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Matt Lauer.
What?
No, not like that. Not like that. Nelson County says we're doing the Brap current news segment. Yes, we are.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, man? I should check my phone. Somebody else probably got dimed out on harassing.
Yeah.
No, they actually. So Bungie was going to do a live stream. Their final live stream of the. Nelson County says the Curse of Osiris. It is the Curse of Osiris.
Is that the name of the DLC?
Yeah, they were going to do a live stream. Today, as a matter of fact, and they actually canceled it.
I'm so out of the loop with Destiny too. So why did they cancel or postpone or whatever?
Well, so in the wake of all the, you guys heard about the whole, they were what were they doing with the XP? They had tinkered with the XP and how people were.
Yeah, they were like throttling it.
Yeah,
so, like you weren't gaining as much XP.
Exactly.
Was that like encouraging to buy stuff, or it was just them throttling it?
It had to do more with the. We talked about this on the Iron Lords podcast on Sunday. It had to do with the. What is it? The. Oh shit! I can't remember. There's so much shit in Destiny.
Jay Fon said they weren't giving people all the XP they deserve. Okay.
Yeah, but they were doing that. It had to do something else with like how you get your shaders and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, that's Jay's right. Like they basically weren't giving people all the XP they deserve. So with Destiny's issues with the with a clear end game problem and look, let's face it, like they have not been engaged with the community at all for the most part. Mm-hmm. Nels Coney's Bright Ingrams, thank you, Nels. That's what I was talking about. Which is fine. Like I don't, like for me personally, I don't care about the Bright Ingrams.
Right.
You know, because they don't do anything for me. I don't use them. But yeah, I mean, the games clearly had an end game problem. The developers haven't really been in touch with the community. So when this was discovered that they were basically throttling, there you go, Lord. I can never pronounce his name. B Money.
Kabatu, he's in the building. Lord Kabatu, shout out to my mans.
Thank you. He said they're basically throttling XP for biting games. Thank you. So yeah, so they got outed, and they apologized to the community. And instead of doing this live stream of the Curse of Osiris, they decided to address the Destiny community. And they pretty much just said, "Hey, look, you know what, guys, we're sorry. We know we haven't been engaged with the community much, but moving forward, you know, we're gonna." You know, we're gonna do a better job of that. We're gonna be engaged with you guys. We're gonna listen to your. We've heard some of your recommendations, some of your criticisms. We're gonna take a lot of those things into consideration, and you know, we're gonna be making some updates." So they gave a list of updates. There's 2 updates that are coming. December 5th is the first update. And there's one coming December the 12th, and they have some additional updates coming early 2018.
Okay.
All right. Don't sound exciting, guys.
I mean, you know why they're doing this, though, right? They're seeing all that backlash that EA is getting from Star Wars. You'll see this from a lot more, like, you know, big games that are out there. They'll be super community focused. You know what I mean? Because they see that people stood up against EA. They weren't gonna take that bullshit with all those microtransactions and all that nonsense that came with Star Wars Battlefront. And EA's looking at their pocketbooks because they just lost like $3 billion in their stock. So, you know what I mean? When you start losing that amount of money, you got to start looking around and saying like, "Yo, what's going on? What are we doing here?" Right. So you'll see a lot more big publishers start to pay attention to the community, give people what they want, and provide quality experiences. Because if they don't, people just move on.
Right. Yeah, I think a lot of companies were looking at that EA situation from both angles. Like, are they going to get away with this and without people like making a big uproar? Because maybe then we could start implementing some bullshit like that. Or are people going to stand up, make a lot of noise, and they have to backpedal? That way, we know, okay, this is what we're not going to do. And I think, you know, what, like you were just saying, like with this Destiny 2 stuff, yeah, they realize, hey, we gotta talk to the community more. We'll be the next one on the most downvoted Reddit, you know, thread or whatever.
Yeah, because Destiny, like, they had the biggest drop off of players after the game release. So like they had like a super high peak, and then like 3 weeks later they had like the biggest drop off of players. Because of course, it's Destiny. You do all you can do, and then once you get to that grind time, most people drop off and they move on to something else. So if you want to see that community continue to drop off where people don't care, and you know, don't listen to the community then, because you know, people who are hardcore into the first game are still missing things that are not in the second game, and they've spoken out about it, and there's been no communication in regards to Activision or Bungie coming out saying that we're going to address these issues or anything like that. So if you want more people to fall off, then don't listen to them. But if you want to continue this game, because it's supposed to be a 10-year experience, then you better start listening to the community. Or else when Anthem comes out, guess what? They'll be playing that. Or when PUBG comes to consoles, they'll be playing that. And Destiny will be left in the dust.
Yep.
One of the things that they're going to fix is they're going to introduce a heroic strikes playlist with more generous strike rewards. Like, isn't it something? It's like, for me, like when I read that, I'm thinking to myself, like that's something like you guys probably should have had at the beginning of the game.
That's what they had in the first game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so wait, what's going on? Like, a private matches for Crucible. Hello. I mean, like some of these things are like just like things that should have been there from the get-go.
Right.
By the way, Jay Fonzarelli says they actually, when they fixed the XP thing, they actually increased the amount of XP you needed.
What?
Of course.
Yeah. So it basically.
Wow. No wonder why people were upset.
Wow.
You know, let me ask you something, guys, because I've seen this. I've seen some people bring this up that gamers are overreacting. You know, with the Star Wars thing, with the Destiny thing. Do you guys agree with that?
No.
And I can't stand when people say that dumb shit.
How are we overreacting when we consumers when we spent our money already?
Yeah, exactly. It's because like if you don't react, they keep pushing it until we get somewhere where we're like, holy shit, how the fuck did we get here?
Yeah.
Because you didn't say nothing when they first started to slowly, you know, F you over. Like you gotta say something when you first see something's going bad. Like, I mean, I hate to go back to you know, the allegations stuff, but yeah, when you see something, say something. Simple as that. If you don't feel it's right, say something.
Yeah, if someone has a lock under his desk and locks you in, you got to say something.
Gotta say something. Like, no, you can't just chalk it up. Oh, that's just Bungie. Like, nah. We're gonna get this right.
Bungie likes to grab that ass. That's how they do.
I don't know how familiar with Black Bond, but he was calling the Star Wars loot boxes booty boxes. And that just reminded me that, like, as much as, like, you know, me and Bond go back and forth sometimes on Twitter, but that was hilarious when he was calling them booty boxes.
Well, look, I mean, here's the thing with loot boxes. The loot boxes aren't going anywhere. There's a market for it. People buy them. And I don't have an issue. I have an issue with them when they're used for evil purposes, when they're used to entice people to pay.
Yeah, like the pay to win crap.
Or when a game is rigged, or when a game is designed around, you know, forcing the player to eventually buy them because they don't want to grind and earn them. You know, I think that was part of the issue with Star Wars. I mean, look, I've bought, you know, loot crates before or upgrades like with like Battlefront or Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
And I did it because I was in a clan too. Like, we were getting your clan together. We were trying to play competitively, and we didn't want to grind. We just wanted to hop in, but we wanted all our character classes to have like all the, different perks and gun attachments and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a situation like if you didn't have it, like you were going to get owned.
Mm-hmm.
It was just it just gave you a couple of different options.
Yeah.
Like now you could have C4, or before you didn't have C4. Now you can mount a scope on your weapon where you didn't have a scope before.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't things that were like drastically going to impact the game, more or less.
Yeah, what they did with Battlefront, like they took it to the next level. So that's why everybody, and rightfully so. That's why they, were up in arms about it.
Yeah, he got the menu. They're like, all right, now pay us to get to the second part of the menu.
Seriously, like there was jokes like that, like eventually games are gonna be like that. You're paying access to options menu.
Yep.
Well, at least people didn't say, oh, it's just EA,
Disable your A button until you pay this.
Oh my goodness. It's like being in
EA just isn't consistent. You know what I mean? Like some of the games have microtransactions, other games don't. You know what I mean? Like EA started the whole nonsense with their mud packs and stuff like that. And but like NBA Live doesn't have like the LUT packs or whatever. You can't like buy a bunch of like live currency or whatever. Everything is like earned.
It's because no one's playing NBA Live.
I was about to say,
when you look at like 2K, you basically need to buy DC if you want to be decent. You know what I mean? Playing online. So
hell yeah.
So wait, so that's a play to win situation then.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. 2K's been like that for years.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you something, B. So why is that okay then, and not the Star Wars thing?
Because like more people take sports games more competitive. You know what I mean? Like if you pick up like a Star Wars, most people are casual players. You know what I mean? You get your grandmas, your moms, your dads to buy that game for you for Christmas or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all casual players. Like when you buy 2K or you buy like Madden and you're playing online, like people know what they're getting into. They're naturally competitive. They know it. To be the best, you gotta have the best player. So they'll spend the money, you know what I mean, and they want to be the best out there. You gotta have the best players. That's just how it goes. Any sports games that has, you know, some fantasy sports is what I call it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna spend the money because they want to be the best. Whereas you know, something more casual like Star Wars, people ain't for that.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, to further that, like, yeah, it's become a culture at this point. Like, you know, when you're getting on 2K, you gotta, if you're gonna go to the park, like you gotta spend that VC to get your player up. I mean, they capped it, I think, at 80 something as far as maxing out your players. So you do have to grind to max out, but everybody on day one is buying VC enough to get to that point where they stop you, and then they go from there.
Wow.
Yeah, but it hasn't become a big issue like the Star Wars thing. Maybe it will now, but it's been so many years since they've been doing it. I don't know. I don't think the big people in the 2K community who could really make a difference. I don't think they care enough to say something like against it.
But let me ask you,
if you go on YouTube and just look up like pack openings or like VC openings, there's people on there who open up 1,000, you know what I mean, 100,000 VC, or you know what I mean, just spend 1 million VC on like their character and buying like the craziest stuff in a game or whatever. Like that culture has been set in stone for so many years now that you're not going to change that.
Yeah, I guess, you know, it might. So basically, like you could grind. I mean, you could unlock those things, right?
And 2K,
it'll take you all but it's 99
if
you
it'll take forever. I remember one year I was playing, you know, 2K, and I didn't buy any VC. And I don't now because I realized like how much it would take to grind to get there. So I'm like, you know, I'd rather just play the regular, you know, teams head up. But yeah, I was playing like a lot throughout the year, and like it was like January, and I still wasn't like nowhere near to be back. Like, this is crazy. I'm done.
playing 8 game season.
Yeah, it's like a real NBA season.
All-star break, man. I'm only at 50.
I can't. Yeah, I see why people buy it because yeah, the grind is crazy. They would either have to like improve the grind, but they're not because they make so much money on people buying the packs. People got YouTube channels based around opening packs. The community is crazy.
Yeah, real quick, back to Destiny. Actually, Nels Coney brings up a great point. He said they need a solo Crucible playlist like Destiny 1 had. Yeah, there's some things that like they just like I'm surprised just aren't there that were in the previous Destiny.
They don't have a solo Crucible playlist?
Not right now, they don't.
Wow. Yeah, see, I had bought Destiny 2, but I don't know. After the first one, like I enjoyed it, but you know that grind is something that I couldn't get down with. So like my interest for 2 didn't stick enough for me to like really get into it.
Well, I'll say this much: I mean, they definitely need to address that end game issue they have, which and they got to stay. I think they got to stay involved or engaged with the community because the community is the lifeblood. I mean, they're the ones who are going to you know, play this game and stay engaged with the game and recommend the game to other people. And if they're not in touch with those individuals, there could be some problems down the line for them. And I don't like to do doom and gloom, but I really think there could be some problems for them down the line if they don't start kind of paying attention and interacting with the community, because I think that's kind of the level of engagement some of the hardcore folks want.
Yeah,
because look, they're dedicating so much time to the game.
Mm-hmm. And if you feel
that's
like
what I would want.
You're not, you know, they're not listening, then why would you stick around?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's so, and you guys picking up the DLC?
Yeah, well, I got the limited edition or collector's edition, whatever one came with the season pass initially. So, I mean, I did that for the first Destiny, played through all the season pass content. So I'll do the same thing for Destiny 2. I'll just play through all the content.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything there is pretty solid. You know what I mean? Like as far as what they provide, you know, with the game, and I still think it's got the best shooting mechanics, You know what I mean? For any first person shooter that's out there right now. So
I agree.
Oh, I agree with that.
Those mechanics are solid.
Yeah. On Crucible, woo! Oh my goodness.
Has any of y'all played on PC?
No, I have not played it on PC.
I had played the beta on PC with 60 frames, man. It's something special. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's what I heard.
Ain't gonna lie. It's like playing a whole game.
We had Inferno on, Mike. We had him on from Four Guys with Quarters, and he's telling us when he was at E3, he's playing it on PC 4K 60.
Jeez.
Oh, he said it was just beautiful.
Yeah. No lies detected.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the Xbox One X version got patched.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did that come out already too?
Yeah, I don't think it's hold on a sec here.
I know they announced it too, so
I don't know if it's I don't think it's native 4K though.
Yeah, I was waiting to see that. I know they said it's 4K. It might. I don't know. It's a very visual game. You know, a lot of because they talked about why they couldn't get it to be 60 frames, which I don't know. I feel like any game could be 60 frames, just a matter of how much you want to dial back. Maybe they didn't want to because it has a lot of visual effects, so a lot going on there. So maybe they didn't want to take those away to get 60 frames, but. I think a lot of people didn't think it was going to get updated for the X because of the marketing deal with Sony for some reason.
Because people are again misinformed.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, like even Call of Duty and all those games are going to get enhanced. It might be something where they can't talk about it until the developer says something, but
well, Call of Duty World War II is already enhanced.
Yeah.
And Sony has the marketing rights for that game.
Right.
Battlefront is enhanced.
Yep. Yeah, if it's going to get enhanced for the Pro, it's going to get enhanced for the X. In fact, I think the X pushed more developers to enhance games for the Pro. Because I remember when the Pro first came out, the CD Projekt Red said it wasn't going to do anything for the Pro. And then when the X was getting close to drop, they decided to do a patch.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Destiny on the enhanced list for some reason.
That competition, man.
Yeah.
Brings excellence. So.
That's what we said. That's what you want, man.
Yep.
I think guys, we mentioned that on the podcast before. We said maybe, if, people are going to be doing, the updates for the X, that will push Sony to want to do more for the Pro because, it's out there that in some cases they have been lacking on doing Pro support and Pro patches and stuff like that,
Agreed. I still want them to, since I'm still on 1080p, I want them to have that system-wide super sampling or down sampling for all games. It's a game-by-game basis on the Pro, whereas the X, it's system-wide. So I hope they do an update for that, at least until I get 4K.
Yeah, no super sample. Those games look good.
Yeah, they do.
I couldn't front. They did look good. So,
all right, the patch is coming December 5th.
There you go.
It's going to be 4K HDR. It doesn't. I don't know if it's native or if it's upscaled.
I'm sure Digital Foundry will let us know.
Yeah, sure they will. Yeah, I can.
Enemy of the gaming community.
Depending on what day it is. Know what day it is.
Now everyone's like, oh, look at, I love Digital Foundry. Richard Ledbetter's the best.
Another win for the X.
Yes, another win for the X.
I just sit back. It's all entertainment for me, man.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. Nels Cody says Pony Foundry. I remember that.
Yep. Pony Foundry.
But this like I said, when you put out a good product and it's better than the competition, this is what happens.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
They're not doing anything different that they've been doing since last generation.
No, remember the 360?
Yeah.
But people just
60 ports were hitting on PS3 ports.
Oh man.
Over.
And people talk about the media bias, but the media had no problem telling you don't pick up the PS3 port, it's trash.
Oh, the media used to pan. I remember like reviews, like they would just pan the PlayStation 3 ports of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like
that'd be like 2 or 3 different points.
Yeah.
I mean, different.
I remember Bayonetta being one of them.
Yeah, Bayonetta would be like a 10, and like on the PlayStation 3 it was like a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because it was unplayable.
That's why I see. I can laugh at that when people were going in about, you know, how come they do all their Let's Plays on PlayStations? I'm like, y'all didn't have any problem last gen.
Nah, you know what it is?
Those B buttons, X buttons, and A buttons and stuff.
You know what it is? I'm telling you, man. I think a lot of these people are just new.
Yeah.
A lot of
these people are new to this console gen.
Yep. Brand new.
Yeah. I think people are new to this. Like, we've been doing this for, at least I have, a long time. 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Shout out to you.
Yep.
I haven't even been alive 30 plus years.
Dude, Jay, I'm telling you, I have witnessed. I mean, you want to talk about like people are like, oh, 4K is innovation. No, it's not. It isn't. It really isn't.
No.
Like resolution, that's not innovation. We saw innovation. We saw platforms go from side-scrolling 2D games, pixels and shit where you can barely see. If you ever go Google ET for Atari, tell me if that thing looks like ET.
Like a
what the hell that was?
Yeah. Looks like the button under Matt Lauer's desk.
Man. Remember seeing those 6 polygon boxes on characters on PS1? Feel like it's not gonna get any better than this.
No, I mean,
the first time you saw a PS2, you was like, man, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you say it can't get any better. How did it get any better?
Remember Grand Theft Auto 3?
Yep, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, 3, man. Yeah. That blew me away.
I was like, oh my God, I cannot get any better than this. This is amazing.
I said, you can do what? Yo, GTA 3 started telling people a lot about their psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why do I keep picking up hookers and taking them in the back?
And then stomping them out for your money.
I get my money back. Like, oh my God.
Something's really wrong with me.
I'm dark.
I got this dark side I never knew existed. Yeah, but no, it's true. Like we saw innovation. Like I see people say, "Oh, 4K," and it's not innovation. That's not just making a game look shinier,
right?
You know. But we saw it like with like 2D to 3D. I mean, I remember the first time playing the first 3D game I played was Mario 60. Was it? No, it wasn't Mario 64. That was probably the first 3D platformer I played. But I remember playing Mario. You got to remember, up until that point, you were playing Mario as a side scroller.
Right.
Yep.
And to play 64, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Mario can go all over the map now.
Yeah.
I get used to it.
Damn.
I get used to it. So, and then going from CD to DVD.
Oh, man.
Game changer. It's a game changer. So, yeah, I know I'm old. I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I'm an old head too, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because you say 30 years, but like that's still pretty young, you know, for the gaming industry. And it's got a lot ahead of it. So we gotta see where it's going. But
yeah.
It definitely came a long way.
Yeah, and it's it's been interesting to kind of see Nintendo to have that historical perspective and see how they kind of because look, man, Jay, you want to talk about a powerhouse console? The Nintendo Entertainment System had it locked down. Had everything. Everything. I mean, you just imagine like Nintendo with its exclusives plus all the major third-party exclusives.
Right. They had to put it. Wasn't it something like they had to put them on the Nintendo platform in order for like to come out or something like that?
Pretty much.
That sounds about right, man. Because they had it on lock, bro.
They had smash.
I mean, Sega was out there, but I mean, Sega did not have the kind of support that Nintendo had. I mean, you have all these great first-party Nintendo franchises, and then you have these third-party games like Ninja Gaiden, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior here in the States.
Dragon Warrior, yeah.
Castlevania. Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, I mean, I can't. It was just you. That was a system you owned. That was it.
Right, you talk about like default, like exclusive, partners, whatever. I mean, for like the longest, Konami, Capcom, like all those companies were like synonymous with Nintendo. Like it took a long time for people to realize that they weren't owned by Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great point. Because Konami, it was Konami, Capcom, those brands, Tecmo.
Yeah, Castlevania. Like Rygar, Russian Attack, like all those games, man. People thought those were all Nintendo properties. They're like, nah, they don't own those.
SNK.
I was the same way with the PS2 era because they had all the Metal Gear, the Grand Theft Auto, and all. And I was like, yo, like Sony got all of these games. So they came to like Xbox. I'm like, oh, Sony lost that. Like they never owned it.
Right. They just felt like they did. They just acted as if like, oh yeah, we got it a lot.
I think the PlayStation 2, Jay, is probably the closest thing to the Nintendo Entertainment System in terms of having those like third-party exclusives,
and
new franchises.
And that was the platform that I grew up on. So, man,
that was a good one though. That was a good one. That was a good one to grow up on.
Yeah, that definitely was. That was a good. Yeah, that was a good time to come up for sure because, all those. I mean, the PlayStation 2 had so many games, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's amazing. On that note, speaking of PlayStation 2. There's a rumor out there, Devil May Cry 5. Did you guys hear about this?
A juicy rumor.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I done played the game already, but reading it, like it's that deep.
Yeah. So apparently, it's gonna make its release on the PlayStation 4 first, with a PC release coming later, at a later time.
Yeah.
The game is rumored to be using the Unreal Engine 4, and the game hasn't been officially confirmed, so this is a rumor. But as you guys know, it's already started. There's already been some infighting, I guess, revolving this game because PlayStation 4, PC. No mention of any other platforms.
I mean,
yeah.
There was a point, I think a couple weeks ago, where people were talking about Capcom being sold, and then people started like breaking down all the games that they have and like what platforms they would see games going to. Now, I don't think that's happening, but if there was a Capcom game that I could see only on one console, it would be Devil May Cry on PlayStation. I think this game could be on PlayStation first, but I do see it coming to PC and actually Xbox too. I think it would be like a year exclusivity or something like that. I don't think it's not going to ever come to Xbox though.
Yeah, I can't see how that game would pass Xbox.
Yeah.
Like what would be the motivation?
All right.
I mean, what was the motivation for Street Fighter?
Yeah.
I think that honestly, I think that was a mistake though. I think only because of the way that game released.
Yeah, that was a mistake for Capcom. For not having a game ready.
Right.
But when I heard the rumor, like the first thing I thought of was like, all right, so this is the way PlayStation is gonna battle the power narrative. We just gonna lock up historic exclusives. You know what I mean? Like, all right, y'all can have the power. Y'all ain't gonna have Devil May Cry.
I mean, that's what they, at these conference shows, since the X has been like announced, they've been talking about like true exclusives and exclusives. So,
right.
I mean, this leak says Sony is paying for some of the funding. So if that's true, then hey, maybe it won't ever come to Xbox.
Yeah, if Sony pays for this, I don't see it ever coming to Xbox, and I see Sony reaching back in its pockets. And I can see them doing more things like this with popular franchises that have been associated with the PlayStation brand. I mean, I've always associated Devil May Cry with the PlayStation because that's where it got its start. Like if Onimusha came out, I would say, it's going to be a PlayStation game.
Right.
Oh, that could be another one.
Man, I wish they would return to Onimusha.
You never know, man.
Y'all think this league is real?
I don't know.
I think it's plausible.
Yeah.
I think it could happen.
This person put their well, it came out first on the Reset Era forum. I don't know if you guys frequent that site.
Yep.
But yeah, he put his account on the line.
Wow.
Yeah, he said that if it ain't true, y'all can ban me for life.
They can ban him, and this leak is pretty in depth. I mean, it goes into voice actors and the engine, like you spoke about, and how many frames per second, and how long the initial trailer is, and when it's supposed to be released. So it's a lot of information. Of course, it could still all be fake, but a lot of people have been in this thread, going back and forth about it. So it seems like it has some smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'm seeing a lot of smoke in this thread.
Well, Nell said that Ram thinks it's real. He said he thinks it's real.
I think it's real too.
Yeah, I think the game is definitely real. The leak, I have my questions, but it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot here for just leak to just be like nothing. Like nothing from this leak is real. Like it has to be something here.
Right.
Now, will we see it at PSX?
Ooh.
I don't think they do it at PSX.
Yeah.
I think
E3.
I think it's possible. I think they gotta hold something for E3 because you gotta think like all the games that they showed last year, for the most part, they'll be out before E3 comes back around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, what does their E3 show look like? You know what I mean? They got to run it for an hour 20 minutes or whatever. So, are they gonna show us The Last of Us again?
Oh, you know they will.
They're
about to run that game into the ground.
So how many more times are they gonna show that before people start, riding in the stands? Like, stop showing us the same thing over and over again. So they gotta have something for the E3 show, and you gotta think all the first party companies are working on big games right now that are coming within the next 2 or 3 years or whatever. So they gotta have something up their sleeve, and I think this is probably something that they could use to their advantage, at least at E3.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the rumor is true with Dante and Virgil both being in the game, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty big for some people.
Yeah. So who do you think works on it? Knowing that Ninja Theory did the last game.
Oh no, I don't think this is like one of the Ninja Theory ones.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is gonna be somebody specifically Capcom in-house, or probably even some Sony Japan might be working on it, you know what I mean, if Sony's funding it. So it could be interesting.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like they did with like Bloodborne or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Co-develop.
Yeah, because if they don't have Bloodborne to like at PSX or whatever, or at E3, then Sony Japan could be, giving them a little hand with Devil May Cry. So
interesting.
I haven't enjoyed Devil May Cry since the first one though.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Oh man.
No, that's not true. I like the second one.
Yeah, I like the second one. I actually enjoyed the fourth one too.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fourth one. I played that joint on Xbox heavy.
I've never played it.
No.
Good.
They have
and then I bought the collection.
I was about to say they have
We went all out.
Yeah, man, I love Devil May Cry, man.
Yeah.
That's old school hack and slash. You know what I mean? You get busy
With the guns and shit. And
doing the swordplay and the guns. You know what I mean? Fighting these crazy ass monsters.
when you chain them together. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
We going for days juggling enemies with them, the guns and back to the sword. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Because I know some people were a little upset that Dante wasn't featured in 4.
Yeah, it was a lot of Nero.
It was a lot of Nero.
Yeah.
I like Nero. I thought Nero was a good character.
Me too.
Yeah.
And DMC was awesome. I don't know what people were talking about on that one.
Yeah, I thought DMC was dope too. A lot of people just didn't like the character design, but it's just Ninja Theory. That's just how they throw their little spin on it.
I thought it was a dope game though, man.
Yeah.
You crazy, man. You gotta get on that, bro.
I know, man.
Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Is it enhanced?
Not yet.
That's what happens when you get an X, man. You start acting all bougie, man.
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
I ain't playing it unless it's in
I sound like Lord King right now.
You gotta start acting the developers on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where's the X patch?
What do you mean it's not enhanced? I'm not playing that.
I mean, you do have a lot of cats running around Twitter now acting like 1080p is some muddy garbage.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
It's for the peasants.
it's like,
900 people was all
man.
good just a week ago.
You know what I'm saying?
That was 4K or nothing. All right.
Right.
That's funny. That's true. It's like, yeah, dudes that like, oh, I won't touch 1080. It's garbage.
That 1080p soupy mess.
For the last 4 years, I've been playing on 900p.
Yeah,
Right.
Stop. They got enhanced games on that shit. Shut up.
Now, that was hilarious though when Digital Foundry called the Pro Texture soup like.
Yeah.
The dudes photoshopped the Progresso soup logo on the PS4.
That was funny.
God, that had me hollering. I was like, yo, that's some like, stuff right there.
Like, dude, savage, man. They already going in.
Going ham. That's like, it's stuff like that I like though. It's like little jokey jokes.
Yeah, man.
Off because we have fun a little bit. It's when people get
right.
personal and stuff and start calling names. All right.
Yeah, like you do that, they get you blocked. He's like, really? That's a block? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I was just wondering, if it's enhanced, and I'll pick it up. I'm actually looking right now.
I don't think it's been enhanced yet.
No, it hasn't. I'm not seeing it here. Nope. Ooh, but LA Noire is.
I actually been playing that on the Switch, as you know.
How's it
run on the Switch?
It has its issues. It's not perfect. I got to throw in it's portable, and I know some people scoff at that, but hey, that works for my lifestyle.
Right.
I'm at work. I got a lot of downtime, so I play it portably. But it's not a bad port. It's my first time playing it, so I don't know what a better version feels like. But I can notice, when it's slowing down and it's having its issues. But overall, it's been a pretty decent experience on the Switch. Not the best port, but decent.
Yeah, that's solid though. Yeah, you got to shout out to Rockstar, man. At least they tried.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's great that they're on the Nintendo console. I mean, who would have thought that Rockstar would put a game on a Nintendo console?
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard Doom was coming to I was like, hold on. This had me questioning why South Park didn't end up on the Switch. I think that would have been perfect.
I thought that was the perfect marriage, man.
Perfect.
Announced it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that announcement at E3. That never happened.
Ubisoft might still throw it on there next year, though.
Yeah, a lot of developers are skeptical, and rightfully so, because the Wii U third-party support was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm not sit up here in front. It was bad, but as of right now, the Switch seems to be doing great with indies, and not every third-party game, but a lot of some of the third-party games they get are selling pretty well.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of developers next year are gonna change their tune and put some games on a Switch. But the fans got to support it at the end of the day if that's what they want.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to pick up Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's enhanced.
Yep.
That was on a crazy sell on PC for like $10.
No, I'm sure that game looks great enhanced.
Enrique's becoming that dude.
Well, no, I am.
Is it enhanced?
Is it enhanced? Yeah.
What is that? What are you playing? That's not enhanced. I want soup textures.
That's why I tell you, man, when people going in on the Battlefront stuff, it's like, don't matter. Is it enhanced? I'm still buying.
Still playing.
Oh, that's too bad, man. I was hoping DMC would be enhanced.
Yeah, they're not enhancing that.
That's probably something that's probably never going to be enhanced.
No,
Probably
it's
not.
just certain games that it won't get that. I was shocked that Sunset Overdrive didn't get enhanced.
Yeah.
I love Sunset Overdrive, and HDR on that
Me too,
game
man.
would probably be insane.
Yeah. No, that's one of my faves too, bro.
Yeah, that game was good.
I always say, man, that game deserved better than it got.
Hey, Nels Coney said I'm a gold chain gamer now.
Definitely a gold chain gamer. Got the 4K TV. Nothing was the same. You ain't never.
I know, right? Look at I got the 4K HDR. You know, now I'm like, won't go back. Although, you know what, I need to pick up. Speaking of games, I need to pick up the DLC. Have you guys picked it up for Horizon Zero Dawn?
I just beat it the other day.
I heard it is beautiful.
Yeah, I got it. I haven't started yet, but I fired up Horizon just to take a look at it, man. I was like, that's what everybody's talking about.
Jay, how's it look, man?
Well, I'm only speaking from 1080p, so I can only say so much. But yeah, it looks as good.
Soupy textures. It's garbage.
But what I'm hearing from the game itself, man, people are saying like the story is like really good. Yeah, like it's a really strong entry for a DLC.
Chicken Spaghetti said it's better than the actual game itself.
Yeah, when you get something that's a little bit more confined, I think it always.
Yeah, they can flesh it out more.
Yeah,
it
it's a little more focused.
Yeah.
I think that's why Lost Legacy was such a compelling campaign.
Yeah, man.
I was really impressed.
So good, man.
I was impressed with Lost Legacy, but I'm not gonna lie. Towards the end, I got a little bored of it.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like
got better towards
it became too predictable for me. You know.
I feel like I don't know you anymore, Enrique.
No, it just got. It was like, you know, you guys have all played it, right?
Yeah.
You guys all beat it?
Yeah. It's amazing.
So, you know, just at the end, I was like, okay, like here we go. We're gonna fight these guys, cutscene, fight these guys, and they're gonna move up a little bit.
I hear you on the
I'm talking about Gears of War 4, man.
that's hey, you know what though? That's also my complaint with Gears of War 4. No, seriously, my complaint that's AE. You know, I've told you that with Gears of War 4, like it became too predictable. You know, cutscene, loud noise, shooting gallery. You know.
Yeah.
Man, I got so tired of chasing that goddamn monster trying to get Marcus back. I said, this thing turned this corner one more goddamn turn.
Yeah, Uncharted like definitely the break though. It's a formula that you're like, all right, you know, it is predictable though. You know, they're gonna climb up something's gonna break. They're gonna be hanging off of it before they, you know, make this miraculous jump, and then everybody's safe. But yeah, it's a formula that it got tired. But I always look at Uncharted for like a lot of the performances and the characters. And
the two characters in the game the dialogue between those two characters is excellent.
It's always like the strong point. So, but
yeah,
they definitely got to take a break. Just take a break.
But see, I felt more like that about Uncharted 4 than I did Lost Legacy. Like I felt Lost Legacy didn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
Like, and I like Uncharted 4. Don't get me wrong. Like I like that campaign, but I think it could have been 2 chapters shorter.
Yeah, they could have trimmed it.
Yeah.
You talking about Lost Legacy? Could have been 2 chapters for I
felt like Lost Legacy was like just the right amount of time. Like it didn't overstay its welcome. Like it ended right at the time it needed to.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, no, I think so. The last boss battle was a little bit disappointing for me. You know,
you didn't like the boss battle in Uncharted 4 either.
That was
you boss bougie.
To be honest, with Uncharted, I feel like games don't even need boss battles, but they put them in there.
They just put them in there just because it's traditional, you know.
Yeah. Like Last of Us didn't have like, you know, this grandiose boss at the end. It was, you know, it had like a major scene. Right, I think for Uncharted, they can get away with that too.
But I was okay with that though. The Last of Us.
Oh, absolutely. It was
me too.
Because it was like I was on an adventure. You know, here I am. I didn't need to like fight this last boss. You know.
Fight the head doctor at the hospital.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. You know, guy come out with like a scalpel and you know,
scrubs on with his gloves.
Gloves. Yeah.
It's like fighting like Mega Joker in Arkham Asylum.
Right.
You know, like really, we had to do Mega Joker.
Throwing syringes at you.
You know? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Watch out! He's throwing gauze.
Flipping around, hanging off the walls, throwing syringes.
Oh no, here's the iodine. He's throwing iodine again.
The Last of Us just went real left.
Oh man, that would have been hilarious for that game.
No, but Last of Us was like more of a story for me though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Took you on a journey.
yeah, it was just yeah, exactly. It was just this epic journey, combined certain elements of Uncharted, but was just this journey of this guy and you know who, geez, I mean that opening scene. We could, I mean, E, you and I talk about it all the time. That scene punches you in the gut and
Oh,
sets the tone for the rest of the game.
I love going on YouTube and just watching reactions to that opening scene. Cause I just remember how I felt, and I'm just like, I know it killed some people. Like, Jesus Christ, this is how you start in the game. I remember
I had to put the controller down.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is how y'all doing it, Naughty Dog. I'm like,
Right.
yo. I didn't put the game down after that. I'm like, I gotta see the end of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those openings like you could show to somebody who's not really a gamer, just let them see it,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "What?" You know.
I showed my fiance. She don't give a lick about a game unless it's Crash Bandicoot.
Mhm.
It's like, wow, I would sit down and like watch you play this whole game just to know like how this story ended.
But you know what though? It set that emotional tone for the rest of the game, and it gave you a reason to be emotionally invested in. And what's her face? I forget her name now because I'm
Ellie.
old.
Ellie?
Thank you, Ellie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, imagine if that didn't happen. Like, and Ellie comes along, you're like, okay, who's this girl? You know.
Right.
But considering the loss of, you know, Joel's loss early on in the game, to me, that really kind of just that I bought into the idea of caring about this character.
Yeah.
Because of what he had gone through.
Yep.
Quick question while we on the Last of Us topic.
Yeah.
Did y'all without spoiling for anybody who hasn't played it, but did y'all feel like the ending a lot of people didn't like the choice that he made?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all have a problem with it at all?
No, because that's some real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like perfect for, you know, the whole journey, and like we were just talking about from the beginning of the game, like it summed up like how he felt about her and how he viewed her in his life over you know, saving humanity.
Yeah, because that's like you say, you know, we become attached, you know, to like things, and that's like a real way to kind of, like you said, not to get too spoilery, but I think most people would have a reaction that way.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You know, yeah, you know. So I thought that was like a really ballsy way to go about it, instead of the predictable, you know, gonna be the hero. Yeah, I'll be the hero of the day, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's Roach?
Now we're in a dark world and we don't get much happiness, so I'm holding on.
Yeah,
you know.
Yep, you summed it up perfectly.
Yep.
No, I thought the ending was perfect. I loved it. I loved it. So
We get back into Cuphead. Cuphead's enhanced.
Wait, is it really?
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Woo!
Hey, Final Fantasy 15's enhanced.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to jump back into that, man.
Actually, you know what? I would go back because look, some of those boss battles in Final Fantasy 15 were wow. But God, the frame rate, oh my goodness.
It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Like I swear, like it would just like drop to single digits.
Yeah.
Where like Noctis is like flying in the sky and then he's like stuttering.
Yeah, I picked up the special edition for Black Friday on PS4.
Oh, dude, no, you gotta get the enhanced, man.
What's that?
You gotta get the enhanced.
No, man, the Pro is
on the Pro.
Nah, soup textures, man. Hey, E, if you want to play Final Fantasy Progressive, that's your thing.
Final Fantasy Progressive.
Hey, man, I don't have any red lines on that Wolfenstein 2 on Pro.
you want some of that clam chowder textures? That's fine, man.
Man, I gotta see if I can take a quick video to show you guys, man. It's showing me like Christmas. Like straight Christmas wrapping paper.
That's crazy that's doing it, man. It's got to be something with the game, man. I don't think it's not the TV, it's the game.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I don't know. So, either way, we'll figure it out. Hopefully, they'll patch it.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, it has some visual issues.
Yeah, there's something going on, like on the X version, where it's like these red and green stripes, like keep popping in and out.
Oh wow!
Of the texture or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like faded, but you can tell. Like you can look at it and go, something's real off with that.
Yeah, something's off.
I was just watching the Digital Foundry Quantum Break video, and it was having some visual issues, kind of similar to that too.
Quantum Break is not a good game.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Nope.
I thought it was worth the playthrough.
I mean, it's okay. It's not a terrible game, but it's just
not a game that's worth $60.
Yes, exactly. It just like they could have fleshed out the character story a little bit more.
I agree with that.
It seemed a little generic.
Characters instead of actors.
Yeah, I agree with that too. B.
So much better.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I said. I said the nameless guy that was on the cover of it should have been the dude, you know.
In the last boss battle, I kept like every time I kept playing, I was like, "Oh, that's Scotty." But the last boss battle, I was like, "Oh my god, this is terrible."
Now that's a boss you could be pissed off about.
That actually was a boss. I actually enjoyed the TV show though.
Yeah, some of the characters, like stories in the TV show, I found more interesting than the main guys.
Yeah. Who's the guy from The Wire?
Once you go through it, you're like, all right, I did it. You know, you're not gonna go through it again if you're gonna go back and play through.
Yeah, I didn't have no desire to play it again.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, how much money did they spend on that?
$5.
$5.
That's the scariest part, man.
You know,
like they had a lot of great actors in there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really good production values with the show. And it's like they didn't get their return on that game at all.
Nah.
Oh, it could explain why the next game is multiplat.
Yeah.
So.
No, but Quantum Break is an all right enough game. It's just, you know, it wasn't like the godsend that people were trying to make it out to be at the time.
Yeah, that's
you know.
I heard that a lot. It just fell short of expectations.
Yeah, I heard masterpiece, and I'm like, y'all throw masterpiece. I see people throw masterpiece on a lot of stuff. I mean, all right, put it like this: a masterpiece to you, that's within your rights. If you feel something's a masterpiece, that's within your rights. But don't get mad at people if they don't agree with you.
Yeah,
right.
You know?
You're stupid, man.
Like, no, I don't feel it's a masterpiece.
What? What are you talking about, man? You're just a pony. That's what happened.
It's hilarious. I got labeled a pony, an Xbox, and a Nintendo one, like all within the same group. It's like, fail. I can't just like what I like.
Right.
I just can't win.
I can't just be a gamer. That's impossible.
Nah, man. People love labels, man. You have to be labeled something.
That's right, man.
You know, that's where that whole neutral thing came in. It's like you have to have a label.
Yeah, even neutral is a label now.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, oh, you're just a filthy neutral. Like, what?
No, apparently it's not good to be normal and just enjoy video games.
Right.
They have a name for that. Don't
believe the neutrals. The neutrals. Everybody has a preference. You must have a preference.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between preference and bias. Unfortunately, some people are confusing the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But nobody gets mad about your preference if you like Raisin Bran over like Frosted Flakes. You know?
Yeah, like.
No, I gotta admit though, I did a tweet about my top
Sam
5.
out here beating up, you know what I mean? Fruity Pebbles, you know what I mean?
Right.
I did a top 5 cereal tweet, and man, we were debating like the whole day. I mean, it didn't get nasty.
I remember that, man.
It was some list wars going on. A lot of Fruity Pebble fans, more than I thought would be out there.
Hey, Fruity Pebbles is good.
Hey, Fruity Pebbles is good, but
turns your milk like crazy ass colors, but it's good.
It gets soggy so fast that you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it in a certain amount of time before it's a wrap for me.
Yeah. Fruity Pebbles when they get soggy is not really. You don't even know what it is anymore. You know?
It's a mouthful of sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely you could do a podcast on cereal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my God. Hey, real quick before you wrap up, Jay, what's your most anticipated game 2018?
Oh man, it would have to. Oh, this is always a tough question for me because my love for Spider-Man and then God of War is like neck and neck. But if I had gun to the head, had to pick one, I would probably go God of War. I love the new direction that they're going with the game. More personal view, both camera and character wise. For Kratos, a lot of people like to say he's one-dimensional. but it seems like he's gonna take the role of being a father in this a little serious. So it's gonna be interesting to see. And Corey Barlog has been on Twitter champion in single player linear games. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
and shout out to single player games. Save the single player games.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, we need more to be out there championing it, man.
Yeah, because EA came out with another statement talking about why they pretty much canceled the Star Wars game from Visceral, and they said basically every time they came back and checked on it, it was more and more of a linear game, so they canceled it and shut down the studio. I'm like, what?
Whatever, man.
It's crazy.
All right, so I'm looking at Destiny right now.
I'm looking at Enhanced.
No, it's not enhanced. It comes out December 5th. It's gonna look good enhanced. I just wonder if it's gonna run. It's definitely gonna be like. I don't think it's gonna be native 4K though.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
I'd be surprised.
What about Witcher 3? When is that dropping?
What's that?
That's out already, right?
They did the enhancement. No, I don't think the enhancement dropped on that yet.
What are you talking about, E?
Witcher 3?
No, they haven't. I don't think they have yet. It's not on the list. It's not on the list.
Yeah, because I checked the enhanced section of Xbox Live.
To the Bungie section.
Yeah, to the Bungie
Xbox
section.
Live.
The
I
Bungie.
see it in there. Slime Rancher's in there chilling.
That's the premium section.
The upscale section, man. That's the Nordstrom's, the Saks Fix Avenue of Xbox Live right there.
It's the Neiman Marcus section.
Yeah,
You go in there, get your blueberry scone.
Yeah, man.
Get a $10 cup of coffee.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Do you like some whipped cream on your frappe, sir?
Sound like Matt Lauer, man.
Ah, come on. That's not even funny. You know what? Someone's gonna hear that and be like, "Oh, did you hear about Enrique? Apparently, he's got a lock button on his desk." Oh my goodness! All right, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up tonight's show. Big shout out to everyone in the live chat again. Thank you all for coming in. We really appreciate everyone in the live chat. Those who follow us, those who have recently subscribed to, definitely appreciate the support. And just remember, we are giving away a free PlayStation 4 console this holiday, 2017. Compliments of our good friend Chicken Spaghetti. Remember, you do have to be a U.S. resident to be eligible for entry. So just remember that if you haven't entered and you were thinking about entering. The contest is going to go through December the 18th, and we'll be giving away the console that following day, I believe. I got to check the dates because hopefully it can fall on a day that we podcast. We can just do it live. So, but J-Man, man, thank you again for coming on and shooting the shit with us, man. It was a great time, and definitely would love to get you back on again, man.
Oh man, yeah, my pleasure. Like I said earlier, it's just I appreciate coming on here, chopping it up with some guys that I respect and appreciate what y'all doing in the gaming community. So yeah, I mean we out of here, but you can always check me out on my channel, JMain518. I'm also on Twitter as well. Follow me. I'm always back and forth communicating, chatting with the people. Whatever we're going to talk about: sports, movies, music, games. Politics, we can do it all. But yeah, just check me out. And again, I appreciate y'all for having me. Oh, and you can go ahead and end that PS4 competition I entered. So just go ahead and send it to my house. You ain't hear that from me. You ain't hear that from me. Just go ahead and do that, my man.
Too funny, man.
Yeah, we had to have Chicken Claws deliver it personally.
Chicken Claws, right? Yeah, and by the way, guys, you could also catch J-Man on the Press Start podcast. We've had Kofi on the show, so big shout out to everyone on that podcast. It's great. I really enjoy the podcast. You guys have a lot of fun.
Appreciate it.
Talking games and stuff. So the way it should be.
Yeah, man. I always say that you guys get me through the gym, and yeah, you're one of those podcasts. I'm in there like laughing like a crazy person.
That's dope to hear. We can provide that for people, and I know y'all doing the same thing for people over here on the back. So keep that up, y'all. Keep that stuff up.
No doubt.
No, definitely. And E, man, belated happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, happy belated birthday, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Birthday.
Appreciate it, man. You're older.
You're older, yep. A year older, year wiser.
There you go.
I don't know about that part, but yeah, I tried to, or try to front like I'm wiser.
There you go. And
No, I appreciate it.
No, absolutely, man. And B Money, man, always a pleasure. B, why don't you go ahead and plug Tick, man?
Yeah, man, come check us out Saturday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at YouTube/Tick_podcast. Check out the website too, ticgn.com, and the Patreon as well. So come rock with us, providing all the latest and greatest Xbox news, and check out everybody on the network. You know, shout out to everybody on the network, Multiverse and Double XP and Iron Lord Podcast. You know what I mean? We're doing a lot of great things over here for the community. So come check us out.
No doubt.
Hey, man.
You need to plug RGM, man.
J-Man,
Yes, sir.
tell Kofi, man, I need to plug on the early games, man. He already played Xenoblade.
Yeah, he was
I
just
need to plug,
unboxing
man.
that thing, man.
Oh, he has Xenoblade already?
Yeah, he picked it up today.
Yeah, man.
Where you live at right now? You in Canada?
No, I live in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, okay. You in the States like me. Yeah. So I'm in New York. So I know a couple spots in New York, but even myself, I would have to like hit somebody up who's in like the inner city to like send something. But I know where he lives, he can just drive over there. So I'm jealous just like you, brother.
Yeah. Kofi hooking it up, man.
Yeah, he gets games like a week early. I'm like, man, he's breaking embargoes and
he got banned on YouTube messing around with Horizon Zero Dawn when that first came out.
yeah, he did. He broke the embargo.
Yeah, they hit him with like a good 1 month ban or something like that. I was like, Jesus,
They banned him for a month.
something like that.
Wow.
It's like that or a couple weeks. But he couldn't like live streaming something from his channel.
Oh shit!
It's so funny too because they jump out these games like, yeah, we just had a major patch 4 comes like I'm done. I was like, I've been done with your game for a week.
Yeah, Kofi's like, I'm done. That's too funny.
Yeah,
I got to reach out to him see what I want to get his thoughts on Xenoblade. So
He'll probably have some words tomorrow because the review embargo lifts tomorrow.
oh, that's right. He does have a list tomorrow. That's right.
8 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, gentlemen. Well, hey, it was a pleasure as always.
Yep.
It's great talking video games, right? I mean, that's what it's all about: talking video games and having fun.
Absolutely.
You know, not getting all upset over plastic boxes, not locking people up in your office with a lock button.
Definitely not. Hey.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, guys, before we wrap up, one more thing. What did you guys think of the Avengers trailer?
Whew. First thing
I
that came
can't
to my
wait.
mind was 10 years in the making. I immediately thought back to 2008. And
Has it been 10 years?
Damn, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, almost, but yeah, Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm old.
And seeing
man.
Thanos come through that portal that looked like I was like, yeah, I felt the same way. I was like 10 years culminating right there. It was just like, let's go.
Crazy too. And the trailer looked like he only had like 2 of the stones. He was already wrecking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like be worried.
The future looks bright though, man, for Marvel Universe. I know we're gonna lose a couple of soldiers. You know what I mean? But the future is looking bright.
We're gonna shed some thug tears. We're gonna shed some
I'm wondering how they're gonna pull this off with all these characters. Like it's just
some people are gonna be out of there, man.
Yeah. Some people are gonna be gone.
Yeah, we'll see. Because Thanos in the Marvel universe is no joke.
You might be able to guess who might be gone just by how much they make.
Yeah, right. That's actually true. Look at that contract.
Looking up that net worth, like, he gone.
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man, you might be all right.
Yeah, you might be. You know, Spider-Man, you got a couple years.
Nah, Spider-Man's not going anywhere.
No,
Tony Stark, I don't know.
Tony, he could be in his last days.
It might be, We'll see. Yeah, poor DC Universe, man.
But yeah, this is just a perfect example of, you watch that trailer and you're looking at each character like, damn, I can remember a movie or I can remember a huge moment from, the past where you connect with each one, and now they're all together in one movie. It's like, come on, how can you compete with that unless you have something on that same level? And DC just doesn't have that right now.
Yeah. I'd still like to see a proper Silver Surfer and a proper Galactus.
They can work out this deal. They can get these characters back, man.
They need to, because the Fantastic Four franchise is abysmal.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be odd, you have the Infinity War thing happening without Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's like that to me is kind of like weird. Like he's kind of a big part of.
Right.
Yeah, like.
But if anybody can figure it out, it's Marvel Studios.
There's no Galactus. There's no Beyonder. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, bro, you're talking about the company that made you fall in love with a talking tree.
Hey,
I say, bro, some of these properties, they can make me a believer out of Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember when they announced, I was like, man, I don't know how they're gonna do that, because before I used to work in doing footwear design, youth footwear design, for Marvel. So a lot of these things I knew about way ahead of time. I had the whole list. I was like, they're gonna do Ant-Man? They could pull that off.
Right.
I was like, I don't know what that's gonna be, and then they did it. And I was like,
I didn't think they're gonna pull it off.
I was like, damn, they pulled it off.
Yeah, that movie was good.
Yeah.
They haven't done a good job with the X-Men.
Yeah. Who Fox owns them, right? 20th Century?
Yeah. They haven't done a good job with the X-Men.
That's why the deal is so important, man.
Right.
Because the new Avengers, they need to have Wolverine in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to have Wolverine in the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta be able to.
I believe in the comics he gets killed by Galactus, though.
It took Sony to freaking work with Marvel to get Spider-Man in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been in there either.
Yeah, which was smart.
It took that box office number from that last one. From to go, all right, we don't know what we're doing anymore.
Okay.
We don't know what we're doing anymore, man. So
Amazing Spider-Man 2. They was like, all right, we'll play ball.
Yeah. It's like, all right, help us out.
But it's crazy. All their movies have been bangers. I mean, Ant-Man,
Well, you know why
Strange.
The things that people say about that is because they didn't have their heavy hitters to lean on. DC is just assuming everybody's going to be there for Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. The thing is you can't just phone that in, because for the first time in history you have these three major characters, in theory the holy trinity of comic books, and you deliver people can't walk out of there going, I was entertained. No, you can't walk. You got to walk out of there I'm going to buy another ticket and going right back in.
Right, that was the best superhero movie ever.
Right, you can't. Yeah, you just can't do that. You can't walk away with that. Where nobody was looking for Iron Man.
Right.
When Marvel launched, jumped into that, and you could argue that they started with Blade or whatever, but it was they took Iron Man from a B character and made him put him on the level with Spider-Man, Batman, and all these characters,
That's facts.
So.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, all I know is on Twitter, I saw more excitement for this trailer than I saw for the whole Justice League movie.
Bruh.
Yeah, man.
It was crazy.
Yeah. You knew something was up after Comic-Con, and they showed the Justice League trailer and nobody was buzzing about it.
But I just feel like a lot of that has to do with when I grew up reading comics, for me, DC was pretty much Batman, Superman, and that was pretty much it. Mm-hmm. I didn't get anything else. Marvel was just my world. X-Men, Fall of the Mutants, X Factor, Silver Surfer, Punisher, Fantastic Four. I mean, it was just a better universe.
Yeah, it's just depending on what they're working on. You know what I'm saying? Because from the comic book to the animated feature to the TV shows, Marvel can't touch what DC does.
Yeah.
They have that on lock. Because Marvel Comics right now, where DC is crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't get their movie universe jumping. So I don't know. I think they need to reverse engineer it. Don't try to do like what Marvel did. Just do your individual movies, kind of type of thing, or start with, maybe Justice League and reverse engineer from there. Like, you got a banger with Wonder Woman.
Yep.
I go from there. Start building off of that.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Give Man of Steel like a true sequel.
Wonder Woman is actually really good.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was great.
It was.
Yeah.
So, and Aquaman, I mean, you talk about people, those two stole the show.
Yeah, they need to explore Aquaman. They need to give Green Lantern another chance.
Yep.
Green Lantern universe is so deep. You know what I mean? Like, if they really want to explore that, they could bring Green Lantern, to the forefront. So, I mean, DC has got a historical history. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of their stuff is like really deep if you go, read into like a lot of their characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They just don't put a lot of them in the front. So we only know those big three. You know what I mean? So if they took the time and pick and chose some of the unique characters that they have, they could do exactly what Marvel did. Like, nobody was checking for Ant-Man. You know what I mean? Like, they just weren't. You know what I mean? Nobody was like, people really weren't excited for Black Panther until like it came about, and now like everybody's super excited for Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like, they bring all these, second tier characters to light, and now, they're the characters that people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like DC is like rushing when I don't think they have to. Like, I think they could have really took their time and fleshed out these characters, even if it was copying the Marvel model like that. It works. I mean, it works. You just gotta be able to take your time with it, and it seems like they didn't want to. They just wanted to rush to that big Justice League movie, and
because they see the Marvel money coming through.
Oh yeah.
They saw that Thor movie. You know what I mean? Do box office numbers. You know what I mean? They saw Avengers crank it out every time and get that bread, so they thought they could do the same thing.
Wait, didn't Thor like make more than the Justice League movie the first week or something like that?
Yeah.
What? If you told me that in 2008,
that's what I'm saying.
The third Thor movie is gonna make more than Justice League. I'm like, you crazy?
A movie with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman.
Like, are you out of your rabbit mind? You
right.
Go somewhere with that.
Right. And it happened, man. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So,
I did like The Watchmen though. I did like that when that came out.
Watchmen.
Yeah, I like The Watchmen too.
That's Zack Snyder's wheelhouse, man.
Huh?
It's a problem when Zack Snyder says that he doesn't think Batman and Superman are edgy enough. They're not. Well, bro, that's Watchmen. That's why Watchmen and 300 worked so well for him.
Yeah.
But that's why you got the tone of Batman and Superman that you got, because he didn't think they were edgy enough. It's like, you do. Don't like Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan said, I don't have to rewrite this. This is 40, almost 50 years of history. I just got to tell my version of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yep.
All right, cool. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap up, and we'll catch everyone next Wednesday, again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also remember, if you haven't had a chance to go to the Twitter account for @LootChest Radio, go check it out. It's the new podcast that I'll be a part of with Jay Fonzarelli, All Day Digital, and the Saltiest Gamer. We'll be dropping the first episode, or I guess show, if you will. I think it's going to be Sunday or Monday. It should be hitting like iTunes, but it's going to be like it's going to be really cool. I mean, Jay's putting a lot of like production value into this, so I'm excited because it's just a little bit different from what I've been doing the last year and a half or so on Brap. So definitely check that out, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On that note, we're out. Peace.